My name is Sherry Sharman, and I want to welcome all of you. I'm from Carlsbad, California. And the good news is you are here. And that is something that we not only respect your time, I want you to understand that what you're about to see, changed my life almost 4 decades ago, which is hard to believe. I've been in this industry that long. And I went from being a Montessori preschool teacher to being able to see this because of a friend. A friend invited me, similar to what has happened here, because what I love about Jared, he always says we don't advertise, we just do word of mouth. We invite friends and family to take a look at something that truly did change my life. I went from being extremely broke, single mom, to being able to have my wildest dreams fulfilled. And that is what you're going to get a chance to see tonight. And what I do ask you is that please stay on till the end, because at the end, it all comes together about what we're talking about and how maybe you would fit in with what we're doing here. And if it's something that, touches you like it did me, in the sense of going, the timing is perfect, and we have the most amazing community that will help teach and train and show you all the ropes. But the gentleman that I actually have the pleasure to introduce to you is somebody who was my student back in the mid 90s. And he was 21 years young. And I'll tell you right now, to see his growth over the last 30 years, to go from where he was back then to not only, and he, don't let him kid you, he acts kind of like, he just got back, through school and all that kind of stuff. But he actually graduated with 3 degrees, so he is pretty smart. And when you get a chance to hear from him, he's not only excelled in this industry, but he has helped so many people not only reach 6 and 7 figure income. He is out there showing average people how to have an above average lifestyle. And so I am so excited to introduce to you my business partner and dear friend, Muzaffar Najmi.
Thank you. Happy Wednesday, everybody, and thank you for the kind words, Sherry. It's okay. So since we might as well talk about those degrees, and I appreciate it. I did get help. I had friends that helped me, but that's a different story for a different day. But it was I was very fortunate. I did get to university, but I'll tell you all this. What happened for a lot of us that did, some people got scholarships, some people got there on an athletic scholarship, some people got there on an academic scholarship, some people got loans, some people, their parents helped, some people worked their way through college. For me, I had an athletic scholarship that helped me get into university. And the reason being is my mom and dad made $30,000 combined income. And we never had an opportunity. Like, university was just not going to be in the realm. Like, we were looking at community college because that's all we could have afforded. And I'm very, very grateful that I had the ability to catch a football and run kind of fast. And it allowed me to get to the university. And my senior year, I tore everything in my right knee, my ACL, MCL, and PCL ligament. And a lot of my friends went pro. And here I was, and I saw my dreams taken from me, shattered. As a young kid, like, that's the goal, like professional football or basketball or baseball or hockey, depending on what your sport is. For me, it was football or basketball. And when it wasn't going to happen, and it was real that it wasn't going to happen, I didn't know what I was going to do. And my mom used to tell me, when one door closes, God will open another. And what ended up happening was a friend of mine called me, maybe like your friend called you, and said, you have to see something. And he picked me up and drove me to the nicer part of town. And when I mean town, is I lived in one city, and 45 minutes away, if any Minnesotans are on, I went from Brooklyn Park, North Minneapolis, and my friend drove me over to Bloomington. Bloomington just sounds nicer. Bloom, like it bloomed. And I was in Brooklyn Park, which sounds like Brooklyn Dark. And it just was completely different. And what ended up happening is I met a guy that was 24 years old. I was 21, and he was earning $12,000 per month. And what you have to realize is that for me, I was earning $2,500 per month. And that was a big difference. And he said, you have to get trained, Muzaffar. Like, you have to get trained. And it made sense. And I ended up going to my first training / convention for that company. At the time, this company was #1 on the Inc. 500. On the Inc. 500. And for those of y'all that are in the United States, you may know what that is. Some of you may not. And we have people that are outside of the United States that are on this Zoom. Like I saw my friend, my new friend, Louie, who works with my not new friend, my old friend, but he's not old. He looks young, but he's older, kind of. I'm putting my foot in my mouth. Anyways, Jerry's friend, Louie, who's in the Philippines and other countries that are on. So I want to say this, is in the United States, there's the Inc. 500, which are the top privately held companies in America. And the company that I saw was #1. And I went to Las Vegas. There were 13,000 people there. And they introduced the co-founders and the people that helped put the company together and the #1 income earner. And it was this lady. And this lady was amazing. And she lit up the room. And I'll never forget sitting there going, I just want to work with her someday. And I was 13,000 people back. And my brother looked at me, he was with me, and he said, yeah, right. And I was so upset and so mad that he didn't believe in me. And I said, someday I'm going to meet that lady. And everyone wants to know, did it happen? It did. It did. I met her. It took me a couple of years. I had to earn my way into her mentorship program. And she coached me and mentored me and trained me. And today she introduced me as a business partner. Kind of a cool situation. Sherry Sharman, thank you for all the guidance and help for me, my wife, and my family. It's funny, today we were on a Zoom and my daughters, the minute they heard Nana Sherry was on, they come running. And it's amazing. And my daughter, right before this Zoom, said, hey, how old is Nana Sherry again? And I can say this because she says this. So ladies, don't get mad at me, but Sherry says she's 72 proudly. And so my daughter goes, she doesn't even look 72, Dad. She looks like she's 55. And so I just want y'all to understand this lady has made an impact on my wife, my daughters, myself. And today we've partnered here with a company that my business partners and I had a chance to put together. And I'm excited to share it with all of you. So the company that I saw 30 years ago is not the company I'm showing you today. The one I saw was like the cassette tape version of today. And if any of you are going, what's a cassette tape? Different discussion for a different day. See, Autumn got that one. That's cool. At least she laughed at my joke. But let's go through exactly what this business is. And I'm going to share this with all of you. Viago is the name of the company. Via means the way or the path, and go means to go. And my business partners and I came together. My first business partner is a gentleman named Isaac. Isaac and his partners put together a skincare company. Is that what we are? No. Before Viago, that's what he did. That's his background. And he opened 900 stores in 40 countries and did $3 billion in revenue. Why do I tell you this? Because it's good to know somebody's skill set and background. If somebody has the ability to manage and run a $3 billion operation, and they tell you that they're starting a new company, the last one they did over $3 billion, there's a really good chance business project number 2 is going to be phenomenal. It's almost like if the owner of Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp all came together, put together a company and said, hey, my last company was WhatsApp. My last company was Instagram. So I'm telling you about one of my partners. My other business partner, his name is Eddie. Him and his partners created the largest travel club in the world. Just in 2016, they did 994 million. So the owner of Facebook and the owner of WhatsApp, 2 different business models come together and say, hey, we're going to design something. And you throw in a Mazaffer and some other people, and here you go with Viago. And we put together this list. It was like this wish list of what we wanted. And I'm so excited to share it with you because so many of it has already come true. So we're in phase 1 of this company right now, phase 1. When you look at it, you're going to go, what do you mean phase 1? It looks like it's completed. but it's phase one, and it's a membership. It's a lifestyle club, ladies and gentlemen. It's a luxury, like the ultimate lifestyle club. And so when you look at everything that's inside, maybe you heard bits and pieces from your friend that introduced you, but I'm going to share this with all of you. There are 5 needs that people want, human beings, 5 needs that human beings want, because I was interviewing authors and speakers and coaches, and this is something that a friend of mine told me that's a well-renowned author. And he said, Muzaffar, there are 5 needs. 1 is money. Number 2 is health. Now, I would think those would be switched, but they're not. And he said, number 3 is more travel. It's a need that people want. Number 4 is significance. He said, Muzaffar, do you know how many people in this world feel insignificant? Do you know how many people went in a downward spiral because of lack of significance? He said, and number 5 is relationships. And I was blown away, because everything that we put together for Viago was to help all 5 of those needs come true. These are 5 needs that people want. Now, I'm going to start with travel. Even though it's number 3, I'm going to start with travel. And the reason being is that if you ask people if time and money were not an issue in your life, what would you do more of? And I'm telling you, answer 1, 2, or 3 would be travel more. And I'm excited to let you know that we have access to unlimited wholesale travel. Our vendor, our partner, gave this to us. We obviously signed a contract. We paid a pretty penny. The point is this, is that there's other companies that have wholesale. They just don't give it to us. Priceline, Expedia, Booking.com, all of these have wholesale pricing. They just don't give it to you. Now, if you can see my video, what they do is, this is wholesale. They mark it up and then they give it to you at this price, and they sell travel. We don't sell travel. This wholesale price, we give it to you because you're a member of Club Viago. That's what this is. It's a membership. It's like Netflix is a membership. They give you access to everything inside of their portal. What makes them unique is the originals. What makes us unique is our community. Our community, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just travel. This is one of 6 different categories. But remember, what makes us unique is our community. And I'll show that to you. When I show you that your website that you were just looking at saves you money on hotels and car rentals and cruises and resorts, and yes, flights. I don't spend a lot of time on flights because they're FAA regulated, and most of the websites out there, the flight prices are similar. We have it, and it's there for convenience. What's great is all the other areas. Our flight prices are good. What's great is everything else. So I'm going to start with hotels. This right here is Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. These are examples. Now, this is live inventory. So what you may check today may be better tomorrow. The discount may be more than 33%. It may be more significant. It may be better at a different Vegas 5-star hotel. It may not be the Caesar's Palace. The point is people like to know that they can save money. A penny saved is a penny earned. This is Miami. This is Glacier National Park. This is New York. Like, all of these savings are significant. This is Italy. Everywhere I go, right now, I'm flying to Colombia in 8 days, and I'm already looking up my hotels in Colombia. And I'm telling you, the goal is to save. It's not just about how much money you make. It's also about how much you keep. So hotels, and look, I was in LA. I stayed at the Hilton. Instead of paying $274, I paid $150, including taxes. And then I got a rental car that was $29 from Hertz. Look, I love our booking engine. The next is our escapes. So many people are just existing, and they need to escape. They need to escape. And we've designed vacations that have different fun parts to it. A lot of them have the round trip airport transfers, which is from the airport to the resort, resort back to the airport, because that's a fan favorite. What I want you to know is when you have a welcome reception and it's all inclusive, and a sunset cruise and a foam pool party and like all of these things. And by the way, all the videos you're seeing, it's our community. Like, this is us. This vacation is $1,700 if you go put it together yourself. I've had people go on Mazafar. If I look online, go look online. But that doesn't include a host. That doesn't include a farewell dinner. That doesn't include a welcome reception. That doesn't include round trip airport transfers. Like, what's inside of this is spectacular. Then we created a rewards program where 1 point equals $1. I've been in rewards programs where it's not even close. Like, my airline miles, I wish I had $1 for every airline mile. Like, don't you wish that? My credit card points, could you imagine if each of them were worth $1? It's just not the case. But with us, you can use these points to bring down the cost of these vacations. Every vacation has a maximum. This one, maximum 150 per person. So the cost comes down to 700. This is Dubai. After your points, 539. Listen, for 5 days, I'm telling you, this is like the original price. Go look up Dubai and see how much it costs to be there, not including all the bullet points. This is Vietnam. This trip is happening in July. Two of our leadership groups, two families that are in our community are actually hosting this. This is all, it's almost close to selling out, by the way, if it's not already sold out. This is the Philippines. This is going to be an amazing trip. This is Cairo. My goodness. This is Phuket, Thailand. This one's going to sell out. It always does. Thailand always sells out. This is Guilin, China. I was just talking to a new team that signed up with us in Singapore. And they were like, Mazafar, there's some other areas in China. Can you help us? Absolutely. And that's when this is Puerto Rico. This is Tulum. Like, we've got, this is Guatemala. This is where we build bottled schools. We had a husband and wife said, listen, can you design a vacation for us? It's called Escape Your Way. And just like the lady in Singapore said, can you do one for us in this particular area of China? Yes. This one they wanted to do where they gave back to the community. So it's a vacation and where you build bottled schools to help children. And the guy to the left is Raymond, and the lady up with the glasses is Janie. Two amazing leaders in our community. Look, all the vacations that are included in this membership are just fantastic. Now, the next areas are telemedicine. This is obviously significant in the US and some other areas. We're in 35 countries, 50 states, 250 languages. I've used this several times. My buddy just called me in Atlanta, and he was at Mazafar. I'm so grateful. I used it for my 6-year-old daughter. And he goes, for them to just send the prescription to the pharmacy, he goes, you know, I mean, he goes, you remember when your daughter was that young, you know how difficult it is to get her to go to urgent care and things of that sort. He goes, it's just peace of mind. He goes, thank you for showing me Club Viago. He's gone on trips. He has saved over $5,000 using our membership. I met a lady. You got to realize we've been testing this membership for over a year and a half, where we tested it, fixed it, tested it, fixed it. We have a lady that's been using this membership for a year and a half. So in 2024, she saved $8,900. So far in 2025, she saved $9,000. There's so many categories in this membership. This one is designed to save you $4,000. This one alone. People have used this to buy a car. People have used this for a computer. I had a lady that saved $500 on her computer. Disney, SeaWorld, Sunglass Hut, all of these things. People have used it to save money on food for their pets. I have people that have used this for their car insurance. Matter of fact, my parents are flying in tomorrow, and they're like, the first thing we want to have you help us do is save money on our car insurance. Look, I can go on and on about the savings and the discounts and the events. You'll be blown away. The last area is our marketplace. It's where you can actually shop. And the points you can also use here. Now, some of you are going, Mazafar. By the way, in the product category, we just launched a new product last weekend, a new one, which is for discomfort. And my goodness, the results I've already heard from it are incredible. There's skincare, there's nutrition, and this new one for discomfort is all oil-based. Like, absolutely incredible. When you become a member, we right away give you 600 points if you do the membership like I did. 1 point equals $1. You can use that on trips. You can use it to buy the price of the product down even further. How beautiful is that? Look at all of the areas. This right here is category number one. I mean, not category, phase one, multiple categories, phase one. How much is the membership? Normally, right? It would be a lot more than $450. If that's a one-time setup for this membership, it's so worth it. But guess what? The minute you become a member, you get 600 points. And 1 point equals $1. Like I've had my friends go, Mazafar, you're giving me more than I'm giving you. I go, that was my CEO's idea. I have someone that said it's too good to be true. And I say, thank you. That means we did our job. Every month, the membership is $99 for you to stay an active Club Viago member. It's $99 a month. Guess what? We give you 100 points. My friend said, that's like you're paying me to be a member. I said, I know. 100 points, 1 point equals $1. And after 12 months, you've now accumulated 1,200 points plus the 600, plus for being loyal and being on 12 consecutive months of the membership, you get a gift. What do you get for paying your insurance bill 12 months in a row? What do you get for paying your health insurance bill? What do you get for paying Netflix, your electricity, your water bill? I don't know, your cell phone bill. What do you get for paying your gym membership 12 months in a row? And every one of my friends said another bill. But here in Viago, you get a vacation or an extra 1,000 Viago points. How many of you are mathing the math? 1,000 plus 1,000 plus. Hold on, somebody got excited and unmuted themselves. I think they really wanted to answer that question. That's okay. Let's just say this. You get a choice between these two things. I understand. We've been loyal to a lot of things. Some of you want to shout from the top of your rooftop. I totally understand. But I want you to know living life amplified is what this company's all about. So let's talk about being business partners, because I know all of you know people that need this membership, and we'd rather pay you than do advertising. We'd rather pay you than pay an actor, because the transference of trust is real. People believe their friends more than they do what they see on TV anymore. There's so much AI generated stuff. People want to know that it's real from their friend. And that's why this company's already exploding. So to be an ambassador, it's $49. Now, there's 5 ways that we earn an income. When you become an ambassador, you get access to another back office. Club Viago is the membership. ViagoDirect.com is for our ambassadors. And that has a system inside that tracks your business, has the commission engine, has everything you need to build an international business. You can have members all over the world, right? My friend Jerry got started and introduced people in 9, maybe 10 different countries. And he's like, Mazafar, I haven't even fully started yet. And so I'm telling you that the first way we get paid is a direct bonus. Then there's a residual bonus, a team bonus, a sapphire bonus, and a check match. There's a whole compensation plan video that you can watch, I promise. But let's keep it simple. When you introduce someone, you earn $100. If you introduce 2 people, 200, 6 people, 600, 10 people, you earn 1,000. But with 6 people, you also get your membership starting next month for free. And as long as those 6 people stay a member, your membership is free every single month. But wait, there's something new that we introduced. And I apologize. I clicked on the last version of the slides. I did not click on my new slides, the new slides. So I'm going to have to show it to you like this because it's my fault. So hopefully this will make sense. If this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is you, and you introduce a member of Club Viago right here, not only do you earn $100 when they become a member, guess what? There's a vacation voucher that we have brought to all of our community. And you will get this voucher for helping a new member get signed up and registered. So you help a new member get signed up and registered, and you earn $100 US dollars plus this vacation voucher. What is this? This is an $1,104 vacation. Wait till you see the details of this. That's not including government fees plus also taxes. It's almost $1,200. And you're getting it for $299, including everything, including everything. And this vacation is absolutely beautiful, but the money that you save, it's a gift because you brought a new member. But guess what? Not only do you get the voucher, we're also going to give the voucher to your new member. So they win, you win. You win, they win. Everybody wins. That is the beauty of what we're doing. Remember, phase one. Wait till we get to phase two of our business. There's more things coming, ladies and gentlemen, that I wish I could tell you about right now, but I just can't yet. But believe me, what you're looking at is more than good enough. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And that's why we build teams. You know, in real estate, you have someone that sells houses and they make money. But if they recruit other agents, they're making an override even when they're not selling because they have a team selling houses. Insurance is the same way. Viago is the same way. We build a team. When you have 5 people on a left team and 5 people on a right team, why do I call it left, right? Because we build 2 teams. What happens when you bring more than 2 people? You will place people on one of the 2 teams. So you can help the people that trusted you and joined your business. That's the beauty of this. Imagine in real estate, if you recruited your friend Michael and you recruited your friend Julie, and then when you brought Tony, you put Tony under Michael, and when Tony sells a house, he makes money and Michael makes money and you make money. Now, I know real estate doesn't work like that exactly. We do. When you build a left team and a right team and everybody's keeping the membership, you're earning a $50 residual when it's 5 left, 5 right. When they get 6, like Sherry introduced a lady named Rika, she got her 6. Sherry introduced Kathy, she got her 6. Sherry introduced a guy named Ricky, he got 9. He introduced a guy named Stevie, he got 6. Like I can go on and on. But when your team starts to get to 10-10, you're now at 200 a month residual, 25-25, 500 a month, 50-50, 1,000 a month. When it gets to 100, that's 2,000 a month, and then 5,000, then 10,000, then 20, then 36. 36,000 a month is a lot of money. Some of you are going, Muzaffar, say it. Say the 85. Just say it. It's there. You can see it. That's a lot more money. It is. It is. And it's amazing. No one's hit it yet, but then again, we're only 5 months old. And I'm telling you right now, people are going to hit it this year. We pay through a digital wallet. You can use this and transfer money in and out. Like it's the new way of doing business. We have a whole online training system and we have live events. Now, there's so much that's going on. I just want to show you how to get started quickly, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, there's different people that are on here that have had different results. And the fact is that everybody's story is different. And it's exciting to see the results that have happened. But Jerry, if you could do me a favor really quickly, my friend, and in 30 to 60 seconds, just say your name, your background, and what's happened since you started with Viago, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. So my name is Jerry Robert. I wrote a book called The Millionaire Mindset, How Ordinary People Create Extraordinary Income. I've been in the seminar business for the last 35 years, opened for Tony Robbins, earned over $300 million in the last 35 years. But when I saw this, because of the relationship I had with Sherry and Muzaffar and how much trust I had with them, I said, if you're willing to help me, I'll do anything you say. And I did. And the results, even just being in this a few weeks, have blown my mind. I'm so happy to be here. I got so much to learn. And I found in my life, when I get a mentor and I do what he says, it shaves decades into days.
Hey, Jerry, how many people did you personally enroll in your first 2.5 weeks of April?
25 or 6.
Okay. So you multiply that by 100. So that's 2,500. Plus he was number 2 in the contest, which was another 3,000. So Jerry earned over 5,000. It's a lot more than that. I'm rounding it down, my friend.
I didn't know that. So that's great. I thought it was just the other one, but
no. You did great, friend. Congratulations. And And hey, Jared, are you available? Because now everybody's going, well, I didn't make 300. I'm not an author. I'm not a publisher. And I want people not to compare themselves to other people. But I'd love for you to hear from my friend, Jared, who has, oh, he might have gotten the call. Oh,
I'm
you're
here.
there.
I'm here.
Perfect.
I'm here.
Can you share your story, my friend?
Absolutely, Muzaffar. It's so funny you asked me to share, but I'm actually doing a Zoom for my smaller team right now, and I'm so excited. My name is Jared Ojeda. I'm a sergeant in the fire department. I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, small city called Riverdale. I got started not for the money, not for the opportunity, but just to travel. I just wanted to take my wife on a few more vacations that I couldn't afford to take her before, and so that's exactly what we did. Muzaffar really challenged me to try out the product. He really challenged me, said, "Hey, take this trip, try it out. Let me know what you like it." We've come from the travel space, so we understood travel, and we started taking trips, and the trips were the best trips we've ever had. The savings were absolutely amazing. But before we went on the trips, we told a few people. They joined us, we waived our fees. So I didn't waste no time waiving our fees. And then they watched us. This is something amazing happens when you tell people where you're going and you go do it, they're watching. And when they joined and a few people joined later, the checks start coming in. And then Muzaf and I had a really serious conversation. He said, listen, Jared, we're going to show you, we're going to put together a system that works for a busy guy like you. I'm a sergeant in the fire department. I typically work, instead of 24 hours, I work 48 hours, right? I have a ministry, I have a wife, and I'm super busy. And Muzafa said, Jared, just plug your people into these calls.
No, I
Okay, yeah, we do these calls just for you all. So plug them into the calls, right? Just plug them in. And when we did that, our team started growing tremendously. So I am a residual earner in the company. I earn what we call popcorn money. I love the rank where we're at because money just pops up every week. We're so excited. We've taken a lot of trips. And I just love this community. I get to hang out with Sherry Sharman.
Yeah.
I get to meet individuals like Jerry Roberts, and just really, I'm so excited. Rika and so many more on this phone call, and I would not have been able to do that if it wasn't for our Viago family. So I thank God.
Yeah.
I say, I go, you go, we go, Viago. Let's go. Thank you so much, Muzafa.
Perfect, my friend. And last but not least, Kathy, if you could share your story really quickly, because now they're saying only guys have success. So I'm going to show a young lady that got started and let them know what's happened. If you could unmute, everybody else was unmuting. You got to be able to unmute.
Hi there. Did you say Kathy?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I was called by Sherry Sharman and in November, and I am a real estate agent. I have two other businesses. I'm really busy, right? We all have that excuse. I'm so busy. I have 4 kids. I'm a single mom, and I have every excuse to not become my full potential and possibility. And when Sherry called, because of her kindness and love and passion for life, and I saw the opportunity, I said, there's no way I'm going to make an excuse. There's just no way. I want to travel. I want to see the world. And so I got started. I got I'm 6 people in 4 days. And then I made $600. So I made my investment back, and I thought, okay, let's see what else we can do. When I see Jerry get people from all over the world, I'm like, we can actually make money while we're sleeping with people all over the world. This is incredible. Go your pace and get started. And thank you so much for the presentation and for helping us who aren't as good plug into great presenters like Muzaffar and Sherry. And thank you so much for this opportunity, you guys.
Perfect. And so let's just keep it simple. How do we get started, right? That's always the question. So getting started is exactly that. Get started. It's the 450 plus the 49. And if you think about it, if that's what it costs for this business, divide that by 365 days. And you're going to talk about $1.37 a day. That's like a candy bar a day to have a business. Like that's just how my brain works. But the timing of this is your friend and you're getting started and that's your position. And anyone they bring will either go underneath you or underneath the other team, but 50% of their people are going underneath you. Unless you go, I need to think about it, then they're going to introduce somebody tomorrow. And when you do get started, you'll go in the next available position. Look, you'll miss out. The longer you wait, the further you'll fall. If you're an A, that means you're all in. Text the person that introduced you and let them know if you're an A, B, or C. I was all in. Sherry was all in. Some people needed to see it again. They were a C. They needed to see the presentation again. Some people just wanted to be a customer. That's okay too. And that's a B. But if you're ready, let's go. And then you can start introducing people immediately. Our goal is to make sure everyone gets their 6 done before May ends. We want you to have that extra vacation. We want you to have the extra income. We want you to be as freaked out as Jerry Robert when he found out what his paycheck really was for last month. The goal is you can't win a race that you haven't started. So just start. And the lady that said yes, that was an A. That was my mentor. And she helped start this Zoom out, and she's going to wrap this Zoom up because it's only appropriate. She's the one that helped me become who I am today. And Sherry, I'd love it if you could let everybody know why. Why Viago? Why now? And what do they got to do to start?
Oh, thank you so much, Ms. Offer. And I just absolutely love the testimonials that we got to hear tonight, from Jerry to Jared to Kathy. I mean, we could go on for hours listening to people, success stories. And obviously we respect your time. We want to, let you get to your dinner or wherever you are in the world. In fact, I just wrote down this, and I want everyone to know this. We have people all over the United States on this call: Canada, Mexico, Philippines, South Africa, Malaysia, Trinidad, and Australia. And there's probably a couple I missed, when I was going through the chat. But think about this. You can get people on our calls. Tomorrow night, we have the same call at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the next 24 hours, you could actually get your 6 by just inviting them to get on these calls. And I, when you ask me why, I have a plethora of answers for that, because there's so many. After being in this industry for almost 4 decades, I've seen the good and the bad and the ugly. And I think some of you that have ever been in this industry may have had the same experience I did. And it took a lot for me to come out of retirement. My husband and I just invested $1.5 million into a franchise before Mazaffer showed us Viago. And I'll tell you what I did. I asked my husband and my son to take over that business, and I'm 100%. I'm all in. And that's something that I'm hoping each and every one of the guests are sending to the person who invited them out to be on this call. Just send them a text and say, I'm all in. Sherry Sharman's in. Let's go. Let's do this. You can actually earn while you're learning, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't something you have to go take a test to become a 6 or 7 figure income earner. You can actually come in and be taught by people that have done that in this industry. In fact, on Saturday, we do a complete training. We do these calls 5 days a week, and we're going to actually be adding more. Thank you, Jerry Robert, because he just put us on the schedule to do Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, all these other areas that his team is growing into. So you could be going, I know people in those areas. I can get them on a call. You don't have to tell them everything about it. That's our job. And we will show them this opportunity. And seriously, think about it. In 2025, you have an opportunity to change everything in your life, but you got to get started now. And that's something that I hope all of you on this call see the opportunity, be an A, become part of the A team, and let's not only go to the top, but help others go to the top. That's the beauty of what we do. So with that, I want to say good night. Good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining us, and God bless, and let's go to the top together. Bye-bye, everyone.